What up, Knicks family? This is Miss Knicks. Tonight, the Knicks outpace the Indiana Pacers with our second and third string players, aka the Indiana Pacers are basura. The Knicks won 114-113 with the game-winning dagger by who else? Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson. He had 25 points today, but he wasn't alone. Troy Bolton, a.k.a. Tyler Kolek, threw in 15 points and 11 assists and 5 rebounds. Our team came out a little flat most of the game, but turned it up when they needed to. We'll get into all that later on. Again, I'm Ms. Knicks with the Knicks and Ish panel. Thank you for watching today. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. There you go, Frez.
Now hit the intro.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back to melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Fuck the ball. Fuck everybody on the floor. When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah. Live and direct once again on your YouTube screen. It is another episode of Knicks and Ish. And of course, y'all already know the vibe because it says it right there on the screen. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fast Task, here in the building. Of course, the Knicks and Ish panel is with me. Never limited to, but always including the First Lady of Knicks and Ish, Mrs. Knicks, is in the building. Of course, you cannot forget my good brother, Knickerbocker Ave. And of course, shout out my brothers Kevin T. Time out there in these YouTube streets. Yeah, man. Press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. If you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn the bell on all so you get all notifications when Knicks and Ish goes live. I don't see nobody here yet. Oh, yes, I do.
But let me make a correction. Kolek has 16 points, not 15. 16.
I was about to say, okay, yeah, footnote, asterisk, 16 points. But wait, let's get to the housekeeping. No. Take that comment down real quick. I'm going to get back to that. Yeah, there you go. Put sis up there on the screen. Darlene is in the building. Sis, you know what it is. I got to shout you out. Day one, as always. She always here. She ready to see when we go live. Mr. Phillip York is in the building. Yes, what a win. We're going to get into it in a minute. And of course, Maddie Ice has finally migrated over from Facebook to YouTube. Shout out my guy, Maddie Ice, in the building. You know what I'm saying? This was a very, very tough game to watch at times, but also a very, very encouraging game to watch in a lot of ways. So I'm going to set the stage and I'm going to let the panel get into it. Yes, no, you gotta correct that graphic. It is the 7th straight New York Knicks win, not 6th, 7th.
The cup doesn't count towards our win total record, so it's technically 6.
But it is the Knicks' 7th straight win and 11 out of 12, if I'm not mistaken. But he is right. No worries. Let me set the stage real quick. So, by way of aforementioned Jalen Brunson dagger, the Knicks win 114-113 over the Indiana Pacers. a few guys did not play this game for us, including Cat, Josh Hart, and Mitchell Robinson. But some other guys definitely stepped up for us tonight. And we always talk about next man up over here, especially over here at Knicks, right? So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and give the initial thoughts, and then I'm gonna come back with my initial thoughts on what happened in tonight's game.
Am I up first this time? Wow. This is I don't usually leave these off. Listen, this was not a game to be taken lightly under any circumstance. I mean, given we know what the Indiana Pacers are without Tyrese Halliburton, and they also are dealing with a lot of injuries. But let's just be realistic. They're still the defending Eastern Conference champions. They, given what happened to them in the offseason, they came out to play. They knew once they saw those Knicks, they were gonna get up for the game and do what they had to do to kind of like humble us, especially coming off that the victory to win us the NBA Cup. I gotta just say, our bench tonight really, really, really saved our ass. I mean, they really did tonight. I mean, when you talk about Jordan Clarkson, I think the apology letter that T owes him is in the mail. And of course, we've been touting him for quite some time now. What'd you call him, sis? What was his nickname earlier that you gave him?
I don't remember.
Like Troy Burton or something like that? Or
Tyler Kolek?
Yeah, for Tyler Kolek.
Oh, Troy Bolton from High School Musical.
Oh, I'm crying.
All I gotta say is that Tyler Kolek is stepped up in a huge way, and he's making you remember why he was the Big East Player of the Year when he was in college, why we got him, and he has filled in nicely as this squad's backup point guard. And how can you ever look into this, look at this kid and say, we want to trade him for somebody else? I don't see it. Sis?
Let me start with this. The one thing I love about Jalen Brunson is he always bigs up. Who needs to get bigged up, right? He's the captain. Everybody looks at him. He hit a huge shot after missing 2 easier shots he makes. You can tell he was tired. His legs weren't under him. But I think what we're seeing from Tyler Kolek and the trust that not only JB is putting in him, but the coaching staff and teammates is huge. And I think when pieces get healthy, Tyler has made a case to continue to be on that court. He played great. Yeah. JC played great. JC came out like he ain't missed a step from last game. Yeah. He played great. It was so funny because at the end, when we needed to score, before they fouled us the first time and Coach Brown put in Jameson, I literally screamed at the TV, "What the fuck are you doing? Put in JC." And Frank goes, "What did you just say?" Because he knows how harsh I've been and we've been. And I said, he made 5 threes today. He needs to be in there to score. But this tells me a bunch of things. One, the Pacers team is ass. You just lost to our second and third string. Granted, you didn't have Halliburton. We didn't have the whole starting lineup except JB and McCall and OG. So I don't want to hear that they didn't have their players. God damn it, we didn't have ours. Two, our bench is a problem. Our bench is a problem because this ain't, regardless of who played and didn't play, they still had great players and played a great game. And our team, our second and third string players, kept it at arm's length. And again, we attacked at the right time and came with the win. I'm super excited because, to be honest, when I saw the injuries, I said, "Oh, we losing this. There's no way." And I will never say that again because there's absolutely a way. And I'm so proud. So proud of these guys. Let me see. 31 motherfucking assists. 31 assists. That wins a game. By the way, Kolek had 11 of those.
Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, my turn. There's a couple of players I'd like to highlight from tonight's game. One particularly was Jordan Clarkson. At one point in the game, this guy had 12 points in 9 minutes on the floor, filling in for guys because, the lack of the starters who didn't play. You had guys coming in. You had Diawara getting his first career NBA start tonight. He didn't do half bad. Scored the first bucket of the game. And he scored another bucket later on in the game around the third or the fourth quarter. He had 5 points in 19 minutes. Shout out to my guy Ariel Hugporty because your presence alone on the floor was crazy. And the fact that, you had a couple of blocks out there showed me that you was trying to help protect the rim. And you did have 5 rebounds. And no, you had 8 rebounds. Excuse me. You had 8. No, wait, hold on. No, I was right. You had 5 rebounds and 4 points. Okay. My bad for that, y'all. We don't even need to speak on the captain because the captain is just the captain. Had a bad game, still found a way to win the game, which is what you got to do as a player. Sometimes you can't weigh down the fact that you're having a bad game. You got to erase that last shot, come back in down the court and shoot again. And I think Brunson actually hit one at the 42nd mark before he hit the game winner because he talked about it in the post-game interview that he had hit the one at the 42nd mark because I remember that. I watched the whole game. Shout out to Tyler Kolek, man. There's something about this kid that people don't know that we finally getting to see in this guy. The passes is crazy, man. This guy is a ball handler. And not only that, that 3-point shot was on tonight for this kid. He was looking like Jalen Brunson out here. 2.0, 3.0, excuse me. 3.0, because, Deuce is mirroring him as well. But, yeah, that alley-oop to Hugporty really had me on the edge of my seat. It was like, and then the defense that he brought in, disruptive defense, just attacking the rim most of the game, like in the mid-range. It's just like it was welcoming to see that, a lot of this stuff wasn't from 3-point range for Tyler Kolek. Like, we got himself into a rhythm, and he really was looking like Jalen Brunson at one point out there on the floor. OG Anunoby, the significance of having this guy on the floor is like literally just unnamed. Salute, Randall. Welcome in. I can't stress it enough, OG Anunoby is a difference maker on both ends of the floor. Pacers still had like 4.5 seconds, and they inbounded the ball. OG stole it because Siakam had lost his footing. So that's what eventually led to the Knicks winning. And timely hoops. This Knicks team showed that there was no quit in them. They even went down by 15 at one point in the first quarter and came back and basically clipped the lead, And even when they lost their edge in the third, they still found a way to come back in the fourth and ultimately end up winning the game. So it just shows you the resiliency and the efficiency of this New York Knicks team. And the Eastern Conference, I hope y'all know y'all on notice because the Knicks is coming for that #1 seed.
Yeah.
Man.
Sis, you on mute.
My bad. At what point is a lead too big for the Knicks not to come back from? Like, they were up by 16 with our second and third string in, and they still had Siakam, Nembhard, what's the other one, the dark-skinned one, Mathurin, all in the game. And we still found a way to fight. There's one thing, like, there's talent. Of course, everyone in the NBA has talent. That's why they made it there. But one thing about us that separates us from a lot of these teams is the grit. That New York runs through these guys, and you see it in games like today, where they could have easily been like, Cat ain't playing, Josh ain't playing, we already down Deuce and Shamit. We're playing damn near a fully healthy Indiana team, and they're busting our ass. But no, they didn't. They didn't give up. And the grit is insane, and I love it. I mean, as a fan, it's so fun to see. And it's like, do you really get nervous when they go down? I don't anymore. It's like, all right, I know we about to make a run at some point, and they do it every game.
Well, in all honesty, we started off our group chat at the beginning of the game. When I first checked in, we were down 14. And I see you and T's like we're playing like ass. We're playing like ass because
this is terrible.
I have yet to turn the channel yet because all things going on in my house. And then I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, so we're down 14. You got like, and I noticed like no Cat, no Mitch, no Josh. Hold on. It's like they're not shooting the lights out of the ball like they're usually. They're not getting up and down the floor like they usually do. It's like, so we know this is not the same Pacer team. We're very much aware of that, but they're still the Pacers. They're still who they are. And yes, they're down, like half their
two players.
Well, half their team because Tyrese Halliburton, he's gone for the season. Obi Toppin was, he was out, and like they lost Miles Turner, so like a vast majority of the Indiana Pacers are gone. We're aware of that. You look at our starting lineup, two key components, and the best offensive rebounder in the league is not on the court. So, but I just knew that with Jalen Brunson, with Mikal Bridges, and at least OG Anunoby, you had a fighting shot, and you just needed one, maybe two, but at least one guy off the bench to be that, quote unquote, and spark plug. And we had two of those guys. We had Jordan Clarkson, you had Tyler Kolek. The same two guys that were doing it. They were doing it the other night when we won the cup. The same two guys that were doing it. It's the same two guys off the bench, and big ups to Ariel Huck-Porty for filling in, at center tonight. But Jordan Clarkson and Tyler Kolek is showing you that they can carry an offense. They can be that second unit. They can be that necessary backup to our backcourt, our starting backcourt, and they're showing you night in and night out. They can do it consistently, they can do it efficiently, and they can do it on the big stage. They've done it the other night, and now they're going to continue, as the season goes along. And I've noticed somebody else who just showed up in the chat. I'm not even really going to address them too much, but bitch, we will see your ass on Sunday. Then talk to us. That's all I gotta say. We will see
Wait,
you
wait,
get
wait,
back on
wait,
Sunday.
wait,
See
hold
what
on.
happens.
I'm sorry, but I don't just bottom. I don't just bottom feeders. You heard? I don't
Right.
just bottom
We don't
feeders.
exactly.
Right. I don't just bottom feeders. You a bottom feeder right now. You heard? We up here. You down here. Let's get it right now.
Yeah,
There's
the
a big
team
gap.
over 500.
There's,
They're barely
there's
seventh in the
a big
fucking
gap.
league.
There's a big
Well,
disparity gap
we've
in
been
that, my
talking about
friend.
that, since we've been talking about that Brunson shot, I haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna play it for y'all because it was just a double bang.
But wait, hold on. Let me say something else. Why are we acting like the Knicks haven't come back from 21-point leads in games before?
And we
Why
have.
like this? Like, I'm not surprised. You know why I'm not surprised? I'm not worried because this team showed this resiliency. This team shows that everybody's buying into the scheme of what Mike Brown's trying to do, and everybody is getting into him. Like, and that's all we need to see. Like, remember, 19-7. Let me say it for the people in the back and the troll in the back. 19-7. Where your
And
squad at?
one thing I loved is that Mike Brown said, while they were coming out of that last timeout, that Brunson said, "I'm getting this win." And Mike Brown said, "You do you."
Mm.
Yeah, you do
Well,
that, bro. You do
well,
that. I guess that that kind of leads into the the next question is that obviously we saw the victory tonight. How do the Knicks respond after winning the NBA Cup? Because I mean, a lot of bullshit has been said about that. I mean, there's been a lot of positives and a lot of negatives about the fact that the Knicks won the NBA Cup and now they're not going to raise the banner and this, that, and the third. And it became such a big hoopla discussion over the last 2 days because the Knicks won the NBA Cup. No one said a fucking peep when LeBron James and the LA Lakers won the NBA Cup 2 years ago. Not a single freaking peep from anyone when Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks won last year's NBA Cup. But now that the Knicks do it, it's the big topic of discussion. Oh, they shouldn't do this. Oh, they shouldn't do that. This is a jinx. This is that. This is like, folks, anybody on this panel, anybody who's ever been on this panel on any freaking show when it comes to the basketball, we are very much aware that the last NBA championship the New York Knicks have won was in 1973. We are very much aware of that. We're also very much aware that the NBA Cup is not the Larry O'Brien. But it's only year 3. You can, however you look at it in terms of what the NBA Cup represents, what's the incentive, what does it signify, whatever the case may be. I have a feeling the NBA Cup is going to be here for quite some time. It's going to outlive us all. And with that being said, yeah, I would like to, everyone to know that the Knicks won the 3rd one. My question to the panel is that how do you think that the Knicks, the players and the organization and everything else have responded after the big win in Vegas, bringing home the cup?
yeah, let me keep it plain and simple. As it should. This ain't the Larry O'Brien banner. We want the Larry O'Brien banner hanging in the rafters. Why are we worried about an NBA Cup? Yes, I get it. We won the in-season tournament. Big whoop. All the players know. You see it. Everybody's like, we still got businesses. We still got unfinished business. It's not over yet. Like, listen, the end of the day, the ultimate goal is the Larry O'Brien trophy and hanging the banner that matters in the rafters, winning them championship banners since 1973. That is what matters right now. And that's why I like how the team has responded and the players have responded to understanding that this NBA Cup, yes, it's good that we won it, but it ain't really what the ultimate goal is.
Thank you, Fred. For those in the chat, if you want your comment to be highlighted and shown on screen, please hit us up with a super chat. Any amount will do. It's sharing is always caring. But if you want to donate and be part of the show, hit us up with a super chat. We'll put you up immediately. Immediately, we'll stop what we're doing and we'll address you. Sis, how do you to respond to the same question?
So, I mean, ultimately, it was the team's decision. I would have liked if the players had a say in, if a banner went up or not. I don't really think that they care. I think, our team is really a humble set of guys. They know the task at hand. This was just a baby step. This was a baby stepping up and taking their first steps. And so, however the organization decided to do it, I don't really care. We won. Can't nobody take that away from us, right? Whether we have a banner up in the garden or not, we're in the books as NBA Cup champions. What I'm super annoyed with, like you said, Knickerbocker, is that because the Knicks won, it's, but every team that went to the finals or won always took a downhill after that and struggled or got knocked out in the first round. Why y'all didn't say that last year or the first year? Y'all making up this narrative in year 3. Now, if this was year 20 of the NBA Cup and that was the trend, then okay, I'm cool with y'all saying all that. But y'all really only doing it to hate on the Knicks and downplay our accomplishment. Y'all could downplay it. We know we won. Can't shit y'all say. Nobody, no former NBA player, now podcaster, nobody that is on ESPN or any other network can take away the fact that we won the cup. It's okay. We know y'all hate us, but we're still NBA Cup champs. Y'all gonna have to live with that shit.
In the immortal words of one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Doesn't matter what you think.
Facts.
I have to echo the same sentiment because it's getting annoying how much everything gets magnified in New York, which most all of us here are New Yorkers. We understand that we understand the assignment and the responsibility of being a New Yorker. Get it? Understood? Got it. Here's the thing that that just annoys me is that when I keep on hearing that same thing that Sis just mentioned. Well, everyone who's won the NBA Cup has lost in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Yeah, because there's only been 2 of them. Both of them have done it. I mean, for Christ's sake, the NBA Cup is here. I refer to it as the Sippy Cup. I still do. But the fact that we won it, now I'll give it a little bit more respect because, now I'm like, you know what? We're playing for it. The players won it. The players won it. And we should at least acknowledge the fact that it's here. It's there to be won. Why not go out there and win it? Especially with the added incentive of the cash bonus money for each and every individual player, from the superstar athlete that's making 30 or 40 million to the rookie that's making less than 150,000, whatever the case may be. I like the fact that everything in New York gets magnified, but then y'all take it far. And in regards to a specific and former NBA player who wants to consider himself a legend and now turned podcaster, let's just be realistic, because I'm not going to say his name because I'm trying to not be throwing shade at anyone. But let's be realistic, sir. The only reason your podcast is actually of any substance is because of your partner, not because of you. Your own city where you played most of your career and won your NBA championship won't even fucking claim you. You're not the truth. You're the joke. Everyone on that team, and let's be realistic. The only reason you even won that NBA title is again because of your partner. Okay, and I know that a lot of talking heads and a lot of people on social media, they're into this thing called rage baiting. They like to, throw shade just to get somebody angry. I'm just gonna tell you like this: you keep talking. We've heard the bullshit for 30 years. First of all, it's not going to affect us. We've heard it for 30, 40 years. We're kind of used to it, which just add to the thick skin of being a New Yorker, which is something that you could never do because you tried when you came to Brooklyn and you sucked. You sucked major ass in as a Brooklyn net. You try to have the city rally behind you, no one was buying your bullshit. So I'm not going to play the clip, but just so you know, specific NBA player who wants to consider himself a legend because he won one title on a super team also many years ago. Frank Stan is open, and you can eat a dick. That's it.
Yeah, we'll keep that receipt because when we win, I want your ass walking to work again.
Yeah. Very fast.
It's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating because had we lost the cup, it would have been the same nonsense. We would never hear the end of it, right? Like, y'all can't even win the Sippy Cup. Y'all can't even do this. So we go and win it, and we can't even enjoy it. You know how many bitches and hoes and tramps I got called yesterday because I said how I felt? I said that I sympathize with him for losing his grandmother, but at the same time, he surely didn't seem sad when they were whipping our ass. So don't be sad now. We see you, Tea Time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the host of Knicks Finished. He's a
Yeah, my fault. Yo, my bad for just dropping in like this. Y'all doing an amazing job. But I pulled up right at the end when Knickerbocker Ave was talking about Paul Pierce bum ass and Knickerbocker Ave. Great job on opening up to Frank Stan, but I didn't feel the intensity that I needed to feel from that fucking rant when it come to Paul Pierce. So I had to show up just so I could reopen the Frank Stan and tell him suck my dick. Because
ladies and gentlemen, the Frank Stand is now open. Jalen Brunson. Here you go. Free of charge, you hater.
Eat a dick. Yeah, listen. Paul Pierce, bro. You know, like my good brother Knickerbocker Ave said, you got to ring off a super team. This is why you follow KG around everywhere he fucking go, because you know he's the only reason you got a fucking ring. You fucking bum. I used to, for somebody talking so heavy, especially after watching you let Draymond Green shut you the fuck up, the way that he did, so effortlessly. Oh, you chasing that farewell tour. They don't love you, not Kobe. They don't love you like that because they don't. They don't. Paul Pierce, instead of hating on the Knicks, right? First of all, I want to say I'm happy that you're still here, but you could have been packed up a long time ago. They stabbed you up in your back of the woods. They don't even love you like that in Boston. They tried to get you out of here. But here you are, hating on the Knicks. Ain't got nothing else better to do. You are retired, but you spend every waking moment hating on the Knicks, and you always wrong. Paul Pierce, you should get on the phone and call Ray Allen right now and thank him. Thank Rajon Rondo. Because without them, you just be another journeyman scorer. And you wasn't even one of the best scorers of your era. You wasn't even one of them. You got buckets, but you wasn't one of the best scorers in your era. There's like 20 players that score better than you in your era. You fucking bum. Keep the Knicks name out your mouth. And like Sis was saying, we gonna keep receipts. We gonna keep receipts. Cause when the parade come, motherfucker, best believe. Best believe. I don't give a fuck where I'm at in this world. I'm gonna make it my duty to shit on you for 2 weeks straight. Every day I'm on the internet shitting on you. Frank stand open. SMD, SMD, SMD for 2 weeks straight. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry to interrupt what y'all was doing. That's it. That's it.
No, you good. We needed that energy.
That's it. Nigga, like, you did a great job. I'm not taking away from nothing you did. I just felt that it needed just a little bit more, you know what I mean? A little bit more sazon on the top. Yo, much respect to the panel, much respect to the chat. I'm out of here. Peace. You know what I mean?
That was needed. Nobody rants like Tea Time rants.
Well, I was trying to be politically correct and not even mention a name. So I'm sure, because the last time I started mentioning somebody's name, I got a cease and desist order that, luckily it's about to expire in about 13, 14 more days, but still. I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
Yo, press like for your favorite panel. Sharon is always caring, everybody. Don't forget. Wait, who we play next? Oh yeah, I know who we play.
Well, I have to actually ask I'm going to ask the question. I would have been asked before, but I really have to ask the question. Yeah, I prefer chopped cheese or Philly cheesesteaks.
Chopped cheese.
Fries?
Man, what do you mean? What kind of question is this?
I mean, let me say this. I'll take a Philly cheesesteak from the bodega, but not from Philly.
Why does that happen?
But not from Philly.
I was about to say, yeah, because it ain't beating after chopped cheese. I ain't know.
Facts.
I don't know. I'm honest in that aspect. I will say I'd rather take a Philly cheesesteak over a chopped cheese.
But you lived in Philly, Knickerbocker.
I lived in Philly, so I'm a connoisseur of the Philly cheesesteak. I've been to Pat's, I've been to Geno's, I've been to here, I've been to there. I know, folks. Tony Luke's or the cheesesteak place in the mall is not the same. It's not. They're not the same. Yeah, we're playing the Philadelphia 76ers next on Friday night.
Tomorrow.
Oh, right. That's you lose track of the days when you spend as many days as I do, at Children's Hospital. But thank God my girls are home, so at least we have that. But
we gotta get back home. This is where the schedule gets a little bumpy. You know what I mean?
Little bit, because the Sixers. I mean, as much as I think that we're going to still beat their ass, they're not a dog walk like they were last season. They're a little better than they were.
We're a little better than we were too.
True, but they're standing at 14-11 right now, 6.5 games out, standing at six. At 6.5 games out of first. I think they're like a percentage point ahead of the Miami. The Miami shits over there, and
they're like 0.004 on top of them.
They just lost, to Atlanta. What was it, yesterday? 120 to 117.
Yeah.
So they're not exactly where I think they would want to be. Is Embiid even playing? Does anybody know, Fraz?
I think he's been playing here and there. I don't think he's been playing consistent.
Which is kind of like in the next topic that I want to bring up, because
he played last game.
He did?
He did.
What did he do? Just
He had 22 points, 14 rebounds.
Oh well, and they still lost. Man,
Mm-hmm. Paul George had 35.
I don't know.
I don't see Maxey playing.
Maxey
didn't play.
Maxey's out.
Maxey been out.
So we're looking at a potential starting lineup of Paul George, Dominic Barlow, Joel Embiid, Quentin Grimes, and VJ Edgecombe. Interesting. So
last game, against Atlanta, Paul George, Dominic Barlow, Embiid, Quentin Grimes, Edgecombe, those were the starters. Yep.
So I guess we already know what the end result is gonna be for them, huh?
Yeah, I think our guys come back tomorrow. I think they just rested them today, probably.
At least Mitchell Robinson.
For sure.
Yeah, because I don't think that Cat is going to miss 2 games in a row. Even with this, his hamstring tightness. I mean, he was the street close today. And he looked fine. I mean, he walked up.
So his injury on the injury report says knee soreness. So it doesn't say. Yeah, that's why I think it was just a way to sit him out.
Okay.
Because it wasn't anything that had to do with the way he got hurt.
Right, and then when you look at obviously Josh Hart, he was also having some knee problems from that from the championship game where he started hobbling, but he kind of walked right through it. So yeah, I expect to win. Those in the chat, give us your prediction tomorrow night, Knicks and Sixers.
So Josh, they had him out with an abdomen injury. This is what I'm saying. I really think it was just to get them rest. Because it to me didn't make sense. Like Mitchell Robinson, it says his ankle. We've seen him tweak it, but he still played. So is he hurt? Or is this this was a load management rest for them 3? That's what it looks like to me, because what they have them out for didn't make any sense.
The preponderance of the evidence. All right.
I mean, listen, if the Knicks come out playing like they've been playing in these last 12 games, let's just make it 12 out of 13.
And let's not forget we're home. So we're going to have our 6 men.
And we all know what happens. We all know what happens when teams come to the Mecca. I'm going to say it for Sis, because Sis ain't giving me an exuberant one. Belt to ass! Yes. That's what happens when you come to Madison Square Garden, man. The lights be too bright for some of these stars. You know what it is.
I was just thinking to myself, what is the ceiling right now for the Knicks in terms of finishing out 2025 as a calendar year? If you look at the remaining, you got Friday at home against Philadelphia, Sunday against those the Miami shits, Tuesday in Minnesota, Christmas night we're back. Actually, Christmas afternoon, we're at home for Cleveland. Then in Atlanta, in New Orleans, in San Antonio for New Year's Eve, and then we go home for to open 2026 at home against Atlanta. Fraz, how do you see the remaining schedule? So you just heard the opponents. I'll read them for you again. Philly.
Wait, I got my. Hold on, let me look at them because I actually could look at it now. So.
All right.
Got my other joint. Let me just give me 2 seconds.
That's seven more games to finish 2025.
Okay, so here we go. So to finish 2025, Sixers, Miami, Timberwolves, Cavs, Hawks, Pelicans, Spurs. Let's see. Sixers tomorrow. Depending on how we come out and who plays, I think that's a win. Um, I want my get back against Miami. So yeah,
That's
I
two.
think yeah. Um, there's a sneaky one in here though. Them,
What
them
up,
Atlanta.
Tuh?
What up, cuz? You already know what vibe, man. Timberwolves, depending on if Anthony Edwards plays, because he's been out with the injury recently. That could be another potential win. Cavaliers is a W. I'm gonna just say it. They don't
They're
got
ass.
Mobley. No, listen, Mobley's out. And Sam Merrill is out right now. They're dealing with their share of shit too. That's a dub. Um, the Hawks is going to be a game to watch
I think
because
so too.
Trae Young is back and Jalen Johnson is emerging as another possible superstar. Because that man been putting up some numbers. He put up a triple double in the first half of a game the other day. I was like, hey, yo, first half triple double? The fuck is you doing, nigga?
Yeah.
Wrong one. So yeah, the Hawks is a pesky one. I think we could beat them. Listen, the way this Knicks team has been playing, man. All right, at least 7 games. I'm gonna say 5-2. I'm gonna just sum it up. I ain't even gonna be long with it. 5-2. I think they may lose 2 games out of that. Go ahead, sis.
So who?
He says 5-2, so he's thinking maybe.
It's somewhere. It's possibly gonna be a 2 losses because the back-to-back games is a killer, and if we don't play right against Atlanta, it's either 5-2 or 6-1. If you really want me to be honest with you, that's how I feel.
I'm gonna say 6-1. I'm gonna go with maybe losing to the Timberwolves. I think their matchup with us has always been tight. But that's gonna all depend on who plays. I think we win tomorrow. Because I think the energy of the Knicks crowd, especially with whatever celebration the Knicks have for the cup, is gonna energize the guys. We're definitely beating Miami because I don't want to see these idiots in our chat anymore. Cleveland is straight ass right now. Atlanta, I just never want to lose to Atlanta, so I'm never gonna say we're gonna lose. I'm not even putting that in the energy, in putting that aura in the air. Pelicans and Spurs, we're winning. I'm gonna be at both of those games, and we better win.
That's kind of the weird, the crazy thing, because I think obviously the next 2 home games, Philly and Miami, I think we're smoking both of them. Minnesota is tricky. Cleveland, you already know, is ass. Atlanta, I'm with you, sis, but I think that we might take that L there. There's always that chance, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm looking at San Antonio, and I'm looking at they might, be feeling a certain type of way after we beat them for the cup. But that's, of course, depending if Wemby plays. If Wemby plays, this game might be might be closer than expected. If he does it, then it still might be a close game, but I don't see how how they beat us. Just don't see it. But so I'm with Fraz. 5-2 is the more safe bet. Obviously, I prefer 6-1. I would love 7-0, obviously, but if I have to go with the parlay lord on this one, 5-2 is the safer parlay on that one. It's what makes the most sense.
Definitely.
Which reminds me, Parlay Lord, how have you been doing on your parlay, sir?
Well, I actually hit something yesterday. Was non-Knicks related because there was only 2 games in NBA yesterday, and I did manage to hit on a 6 piece that turned into a 5 piece because I had a void of Io Sunny. So yeah, I did hit yesterday for a little something. You know what I mean? But it's been rough with the Knicks parlay. My last Knicks parlay, I was like 2 legs off. And it was close too. Like Brunson needed one more 3-pointer. What was the other leg? It was Brunson needed a 3-pointer, and I think Cat didn't have a double double or something like that.
All right.
But
So
It's gonna be super tough, like doing Nick stuff, especially with like not knowing who's gonna get as many minutes as they usually do because of all the other guys stepping up and getting more time.
and then you also got to think about it. It's like you're really going to be restricted to more live bets because of the fact that a lot of the names that you're used to seeing in the pool for the bets before the game aren't there. Like tonight's game, for instance, you only had most bets was for Brunson, OG, and Macau until the game started. Now, once the game had live bets, then you could have bet on everybody else pretty much. But pre-game bets, you could not bet on everybody else like that. They limited it. So it was like, man, you was really limited with what you could take on the Knicks game because of the fact that you had to wait. You had to wait for the game to start and for them to play some game time in order to get an idea what kind of good live bets you would take.
So, have you looked at the pregame bets for tomorrow?
Have I looked at it here? I could, as a matter of fact, hold on, give me 1 second here.
Well, while you do that, ladies and gentlemen, here is your disclaimer. The following segment includes discussions about sports betting and gambling. This content is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and nothing discussed should be considered betting advice or a guarantee of results. Gambling always carries a risk. Never wager more than you can afford to lose. If you choose to bet, please do so responsibly and know your limits. If you or someone you know is struggling with gambling, help is available in the United States. You can call or text the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 for free and confidential support. Also, you can actually visit the website begambleaware.org. Parlay.
Okay, so just to add on to the conversation before the disclaimer got read, there are a number of injuries that's already on the injury report for tomorrow's game, including Josh Hart being out, Mitchell Robinson being out, Karl Anthony Towns being out, Deuce and Shannon are also out. They're all listed as out. So again,
I saw them as day to day.
True, but I'm looking at the score.com or the score app. If you know what the score app is, it's legit shit. And they have all 3 of them guys again listed as out for the game against Philly. Maybe that changes. I'm not saying that this is what it is, but right now, as far as what I'm looking at, it has them listed as out, all of them. So if they are going to be out, again, bets is going to lean more towards Jalen Brunson. Here, I'm going to throw the 3-piece Jalen Brunson special all day, every day. 25 points, 6 assists, 2 3-pointers. Jalen Brunson, all day in America. OG Anunoby. Oh, by the way, I did want to add in a stat. You could actually take another bet with Jalen Brunson if you want. I'm gonna add this bet too because I've been taking this a lot and it's been hitting. You could take Jalen Brunson for 6 first quarter points, meaning he scores 6 in the first quarter. Jalen Brunson averages 10.6 points per game in the first quarter of games. which is second in the NBA behind James Harden. So if those 4 bets for Jalen Brunson right there is pretty much a lot. Now I'm gonna add Mikal Bridges to that because the main plays I've been taking with Mikal Bridges is 10 points, 2 3-pointers, and believe it or not, a steal. Because we all know Mikal Bridges is one of our better defenders, and he's been getting steals in these games. And then finally, we have OG Anunoby, who leads the league in corner threes made per game at 1.5. If you haven't known that, that was an interesting stat that I actually found out about last night or the night before, something like that. So OG for 2 threes, 15 points, 4 rebounds. There you have it, y'all. For the Knicks Sixers. Put that parlay together and then come holler at the parlay lord and say, yeah, the parlay lord does it again. Unmute, Knickerbocker, unmute.
Interesting. You say that, and I troll as a prediction of his own.
Let's see here.
Like,
they're a playing team. Get the fuck out. Get out of our
Dwayne,
chat.
I'm just gonna tell you the same thing I told your boy.
It doesn't matter what you think.
That's it.
Knicks here. Miami here.
A little lower. A little lower.
Little lower.
Yeah. Right down here. Yeah, like there you go. Get it? We can't be a bottom feeder being near the top of the mountain. We can't be a bottom feeder. All right. You see, wait, hold on. Now let me address this real quick, right? The problem with y'all trolls is this. Y'all got ahead of yourselves too early with the shit talking because y'all was in a better seeding than the New York Knicks was earlier on. But again, it's an 82-game season. Where is your Miami Heat gonna be at when it matters? Because right now, if the playoffs were to start today, buddy boys, y'all be playing a playing game. We would be sitting at home, twiddling our thumbs, watching y'all play a playing game. So,
Sister Jefferson?
just do me a favor, right?
Okay.
Do me a favor. Stop worrying about regular season success and beat us when it matters.
Well, we play them on Sunday, so when we whoop their ass, I expect you to be here, you and your boy Tone, live and direct in the chat. I want y'all here because we're going to be here regardless whether we win or lose. But if we when we whoop your ass, when we put belt to ass, do us the courtesy, be a man, and stand up for your team against us right there. Just saying. That's all I gotta say. Any final thoughts?
Honestly, I just want to say shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. Yes, even y'all chose too. Shout out to y'all too. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're here watching Knicks and Ish, you dig it? And we appreciate that very much so.
This is Knicks. Looks like somebody slided to your DMs again.
No. No. And just so y'all know, because I'm going to say it.
Oh, man. Y'all got something.
I do have a man, so sliding in my DMs don't do me nothing.
Right.
But I appreciate the love, and I appreciate y'all watching the show. Final thoughts. Just play Knicks basketball. I mean, I feel like we're almost unstoppable when we play Knicks basketball. I want to continue to see Colette grow. I mean, he is special. He is special. What he does on that court, his vision, we say it show after show, his vision is different. And that's the one thing that lacks from Jalen is the passing, the alley-oops. And so to have a point guard that does that makes us super deadly. So just play Knicks basketball, regardless of who the opponent is. Just focus on Knicks basketball, because at the end of the day, teams have to stop us. Just as much as we have to stop them, they have to stop us. And 9 times out of 10, we have more weapons than them. Our team has shown it game after game after game. So that's it. Knicks basketball. And Dwayne, we see you this week, bro. We see you this week. Because y'all been missing for a while. Because y'all been taking L's. So don't come in our chat now when y'all been taking L's for the last 2 weeks and y'all been MIA. Don't think we ain't noticed. So we're going to talk.
MIA
Because
was
while
MIA.
y'all still in 7th and y'all a playing team, we competing for a chip over on this side.
MIA, that's crazy.
Facts.
That's crazy. But don't just remember one thing. Just remember one thing. To beat a man, you gotta beat the man.
Woo!
And right now, y'all haven't been beating anybody. The Knicks have been beating everybody. So what we talking about here? Knicks, have you noticed the Knicks have won 11-12? Wait a minute, where you been? We 9-1 in our last 10. Where you been at, Dwayne? You under a rock or something? As much as everybody talks smack about how Mike Brown been coaching and this and that, the Knicks are 9-1 in their last 10. And by the way, we only got one loss at Madison Square Garden, and it sure wasn't to Miami. So wait a minute. What are we talking about here, Heat fans? No, y'all ain't got no heat check for us. So.
They low-key Knicks fans because they in our chat every.
Wait. No. Wait, sis, hold on, sis. Let me correct that. Disgruntled, I smell a disgruntled Knicks fan. You smell that panel? I smell a disgruntled Knicks fan in the comments. Let me find out when you were disgruntled Knicks fan on the low. Because there always be these disgruntled Knicks fans that do things like this on a regular basis. So let me find out you a disgruntled Knicks fan, bro. It's all good, you know what I mean? We understand.
Anyway.
The plot thickens. And we will continue to investigate the origins of these two Nick trolls and where this whole nonsense started, because we will be back tomorrow night as the New York Knicks head home with the NBA Cup again to take on the Philadelphia 76ers. We will be on 30 minutes right after that. We want to thank each and every one of you who showed up today. Yes, even you two, Tone and Dwayne, we'll shout you out this one time. We appreciate you. It's always fun. We hope to see you on Sunday. No, I'm dead serious. I want to see you on Sunday. If you haven't done so already, please continue to like and subscribe. Sharing is always caring. Copy the link, put it into your feeds. Get this in circulation. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We are doing the best we can, but we can only do this with the love, care, and support of our loyal subscribers. I'm talking to each and every one of you. Thank you very much. If you haven't already done so, be sure to hit up the Knicks Shopify and cop yourself some merch.
This Shopify, yo.
Just in time for the holidays, get yourself a Knicks and Nish mug, a Knicks and Nish sweatshirt. Get yourself, like that one right there. That one's really nice. There's also that new Garden Certified, the Fire Brunson, the Bodega Cat. There's a bunch of other stuff in there. If you haven't done so already, just click in there, see what you like, and if you ever want to suggest something, we got artists. We can make things happen for you. But anything else before we go? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. For the rent from Tea Time, thank you so much, boss. We appreciate you, Kev. We love you. We hope you get back to us soon. For the Parlay Lord, for Mrs. Next to First Lady, I'm your boy, the infamous one, Knickerbocker Avenue, saying good night. Keep on talking that ish, New York. Keep on talking that ish, Knickerbocker Nation. We'll see you tomorrow night. And Fraz, if you please.
Hit the ouch.
Mic check 1, 2.
Action!
Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Fuck everybody on the front. When we stand on the